4 engines!
Ladies and gentlemen, the starting grid as they have qualified for the Quaker State 400 at the newly renamed Echo Park Speedway, round 1 of the 2025 NASCAR In-Season Challenge. The front row features 2 drivers that posted identical times in qualifying, a feat that was last accomplished at Talladega in 2007. This time, sliced foot himself, number 25 seed Joey Logano breaks the tie and starts on the pole in his 450th start with Penske. The SB nominee and 2-time Atlanta winner has already won $1 million paycheck for ranking first in the new driver ambassador program. Alongside with his 4th career runner-up start, it's Las Vegas winner Josh Wildberry for the Wood brothers. In row 2, it's 2021 spring winner Ryan inside Blaney with top 10 finishes in his last 6 Atlanta races, and Austin Cindric, the entertainer who led the most laps last year, rounds out all the Penske cars in the top 4. Another pair of Ford teammates, this time coming from RFK, are in row 3 with Preece Lightning Ryan Preece 20 points behind 16th in the playoff standings, and 2-time spring winner Brad the Big Keselowski, who looks to shake off a pit road blunder at Pocono with a win tonight. Row 4, Stone Cold Custer is the top driver to fail to qualify for the in-season challenge. He finished 9th 3 years ago, and completing an all-4 top 8 is insane Zane Smith, whose all-Aaron's dream machine propelled him towards another strong qualifying run. Row 5, Alex the Greatest Bowman finished 5th here last year, and Georgian Chase Briscoe snagged the number 2 seed after a win at Pocono. Back to row 6, Young Money Kyle Larson as that crashes had ended 5 of his last 7 Atlanta races, though he has 3 top 5 finishes in the last 4 races on drafting tracks and 2 Atlanta runner-ups. The ace, Austin Dillon, was 6th in the spring of 2021. Row 7, looking to smoke the competition with the taste you can see, it's the Prosper Punisher, number 3 seed Chris Buescher, who finished 7th in the spring race twice, and Ty Dillon starts right behind his older brother. Row 8, the Napa Maniac 2022 winner Chase Elliott sits on the top among non-season winners in the playoff standings, and Turbo Ty Gibbs says gotta go fast as he rolls out in his new Sonic Toyota. The 9th row is where you'll find the Todd father, Todd Gillen, in the Renai Water Heaters Ford, and Daytona 500 champion William Red Byron goes for his 3rd Atlanta triumph. Row 10, John Hunter Nemechek hopes to earn another stellar finish at his sponsor's home track, and rounding out the top 20 is rookie Riley Terrible Lopes in the treetop colors. In row 11, both looking to see themselves competing against each other in round 2, it's dangerous AJ Allmendinger, 3rd 2 years ago, and the Comets Justin Haley, who finished 8th that year. It's an old 23-11 row 12 with Tyler Chronicles of Reddick making his 200th Cup start in an intriguing round 1 matchup in the Superman car, and Bubba Wallace had a top 5 in the spring of 2024. To row 13, Golden Boy Corey LaJoy is back at the track he has 2 top 5s at after spending time in the prime booth, and that Jones boy Erik Jones was 4th 3 years ago. Row 14 belongs to Nacho Noah Gragson in his front row arc, and the Panhandle prospect number 4 seed Christopher Bell winning with what should have been a good photo finish back in February. Tab Boyd, who was fired from Hayek Motorsports, is now the spotter for the 20 team. Row 15 has 2 drivers that fell short of a victory in recent years, with 2-time Atlanta winner Rowdy Kyle Busch and Mr. Action February runner-up Carson Hocevar, who's inching closer to his first career win. Row 16 is where you'll finally find the top Trackhouse entry, with 2024 spring winner Dandy Daniel Suarez and the title sponsor Chevy, and Michael McDowell, who finished 4th 2 years ago and swept both poles a year later, lost precious time in qualifying after brushing against the wall. The number 1 seed in the in-season challenge finds himself starting in row 17 as 2012 winner Denny Hamlin should be fun to watch make his way back to the front, as well as the Melonhead boss Ross Chastain, runner-up in both races in 2022. The last of the Trackhouse Chevys are in row 18 with the Street Slayer Mexico winner Shane Van Gisbergen, and future prodigy Connor Zilic makes his 3rd start of the season in the Red Bulldozer. Row 19, Ricky is in the Stenhouse Jr. finished 5th back in February, and get loud for BJ McLeod as his Pigeon Forge racing coaster is now open for business. And completing a full field in row 20, you better beware, it's Cody Ware, whose team might be expanding after it's purchased by Aspire Motorsports co-founder, and David Lone Star makes his first Cup start since Martinsville in the spring of last year. And ladies and gentlemen, there's your field for the Quaker State 400 at Atlanta. For more information about who's competing against who in this round of the in-season challenge, refer to the description below.